Hello and welcome to Across Louisiana. My name is Steve Sawyer, your host for the show. Thank you so much for being with us today. This is our Business in Review show, and we really have a great show lined up for you today. Michael Hecht, the President and CEO of Greater New Orleans, Inc., is going to be our first guest, followed by Jerry Bologna. Jerry is the Executive Director for JEDCO. Todd Murphy. Todd is the President of the Jefferson Chamber of Commerce. And our final guest, our good friend Ben Johnson. Ben is the President and CEO of the New Orleans Chamber. Again, our Business in Review show, we've got some great information we're going to share. I think you'll find it very interesting. Thanks for joining us, and we'll be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana. Again, this is our annual Year in Review business show, and we're so happy to have just probably the who's who of our next four guests. And we're so proud to start off with Michael Hecht. Michael is the President and CEO of Greater New Orleans, Inc. Michael, welcome. Thanks you so much for taking time to be on the show. I know your schedule is busy. 2014, if I was to ask the question, Year in Review, one word, great. Comes to mind, but you've had, and Greater New Orleans, Inc. has just had a phenomenal year. So I'll give you a few moments to talk about 2014 and the year you've had.
Well, thanks. It's not just GNO Inc. The entire region has had a remarkable year. If you look just at business development wins, we've never had a year in decades where there have been so many wins in so many industries across the entire region. You've got folks like Castleton Commodities putting $1.4 billion into Plaquemines. You have Fourth Source coming back home to Jefferson. You have Chiquita Banana returning home, International Shipbuilding returning home. This was really the year, I think, that we began to tip when companies began to come to us instead of us having to come to the companies. And then if you look at the rankings, we're higher than we've ever been. We were just named the most inspiring place in America by Good Magazine. And even in policy, we had some wins like fixing flood insurance, not just for New Orleans or the region or the state, but for the entire country that we really wouldn't have thought possible before. So I think this was a great year for everyone in that we began to really turn the corner on the recovery, I think.
Well, and you bring up a good point because, you know, it seemed like this year, you really didn't hear hardly any of XYZ company is leaving, this company's going here, this company's going there. You honestly, to your point, you heard more companies were coming here.
That's right, Steve. I think we've gone from being totally red listed to then just being kind of ignored in a benign way to then being considered as kind of a dark horse candidate. For example, when GE Capital came here, we weren't on their original list. To now, companies are actively saying, let's go to New Orleans instead of going to Houston, because they realize that we've got the same geological conditions, the same business conditions, but actually we're hungrier for it and we're going to give them better attention. So yeah, we're beginning to see that happening.
And Michael, Greater New Orleans, Inc., just want to point out, encompasses more than New Orleans. You're part of a multi-parish region, right?
Well, yeah, and I would say, I mean, technically GNO Inc. is the 10 parishes. It's the South Shore, which is St. Bernard, Plaquemine, Jefferson, New Orleans, and the River Region, which is St. Charles, John, and James, and the North Shore, which is Tangipahoa, Washington, and St. Tammany. But really, we work hand in hand with Baton Rouge. We call that the Super Region, and actually also include the Bayou Region and Lafayette into really the southeastern part of Louisiana. That's our economic unit. That's what's competing against Atlanta and Houston, because that's our real labor shed.
Real quick, 2015, what do you see on the horizon?
I see business development that's going to get ever busier. I see the importance of Greater New Orleans from a legislative perspective to continue to rise with the gubernatorial race coming on board. And I see that the national and even international recognition of the renaissance of Louisiana and Greater New Orleans is beginning to spread. It's going to be, I think, better, faster, stronger for all of us here.
Well, Michael, again, congratulations to you and the organization. I know you, anytime we have the chambers on, they always talk about the partnership with Greater New Orleans, Inc. Congratulations on that. Please continue to come back during the course of the year, talk about the successes that we're having. And again, congratulations on all you guys are doing. You're doing a wonderful job.
Love to, thank you. And these guys you're getting on next are fantastic partners. JEDCO, the Jefferson Chamber. It's our partnership that is the difference.
Well, and Michael, honestly, that's what they say about you. It's partnership all the way. So,
kumbaya, brother.
Michael just said it. We're going to take a break and we'll come back with Jerry Bologna. Jerry is the Executive Director of JEDCO. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana again. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. Our business wrap-up, year in review, so to speak, couldn't be possible without Jerry Bologna. Jerry is the executive director for JEDCO. And Jerry, first of all, thank you so much. Getting the big four guys in here at one time is hard enough, and I appreciate you taking time to come in. It's been an exciting year for JEDCO, a very successful annual luncheon that you had, sold out, standing room only. I think it's just a testament to what you guys do. 2014, how would you sum it up?
It was a great year. First of all, thank you for giving us this platform to summarize the year. But 2014 was a significant year for us. More great announcements, companies moving here into Jefferson Parish. But a great year also in terms of planning for the future, continuing to set that course so that we can seize this momentum and move forward.
And I think moving into your new facility is a big driver of that. I mean, the Patrick Taylor area out there, I mean, it is definitely the up-and-coming area to be in. Everything when your organization is technology. And I just got to say that the day I was out there for the tour, wow, what an incredible facility for young entrepreneurs to come be a part of that. Do you have a lot of people reaching out and using the facility?
Absolutely. I think when you take a look at Jefferson Parish, much of the future of the parish lies on the West Bank. We have land for expansion, and that's largely why we've located out there. We have our business and technology park. JEDCO's headquarters is out there, the Patrick Taylor Science and Technology School. We announced in 2014 that Delgado will be building their new campus in our park. And we also have our Business Innovation Center for those entrepreneurs that can come in, have that furnished office space, the mentorships, the business plan reviews, everything that goes into really incubating a company and bringing them to success.
And the leadership and the guidance that, of course, you and your staff provide is invaluable as well.
Sure. But people don't realize the expertise level on our staff, from financing and tax incentives and site selection. We have all of those facets and those areas of expertise.
Yeah. What do you see in 2015?
2015, we really are going to move forward with a new 5-year economic development strategic plan. I think that's one of the things that keeps JEDCO both relevant and successful, is being guided by that long-term plan. So we're ready to kick off early 2015. Our strategic plan, and that'll set the course for the next 5 years as to what we're going to focus on.
Jerry, when Michael was on the show, he talked about partnership, and you and Todd and Ben and Michael. The thing that I'm so impressed with, it's like not only the four of you, but the organizations all really seem to be working in partnership with each other.
Absolutely, and I think it's unprecedented for us. I laugh because as we get ready for the 5-year economic development strategic plan, I look back 15 years ago, one of the areas of focus was regional cooperation because it wasn't there at the time, and I kind of smiled and laughed because I think we've come a really long way on that front.
Well, and I got to tell you, I can't have one of you on the show and not the other, and they're not bragging about the other. So, you know, you've got nobody saying anything but good about you going forward. And again, that's a testament to the four of you guys and the staffs that you have.
We're really lucky. We enjoy working with each other and really enjoy working on behalf of this region.
Yeah. Jerry, again, congratulations on 2014. Best of success for 2015. Please continue. You have an open door policy. Come on the show, update us about things that are going on in Jefferson Parish. We look forward to having you back.
Always enjoyed.
Stay with us. We'll be right back, and we'll have Todd Murphy, who is the president of the Jefferson Chamber. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana. Again, our Business in Review show. We've had Michael Hecht, we've had Jerry Bologna. We could not have a Business in Review without having Todd Murphy. Todd is the president of the Jefferson Chamber. Todd, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Having you four guys together, it takes so much time of your schedule, and I greatly appreciate you.
No, we appreciate
I know things are busy, but you know, you four are such a driving force with the economy of even though you're the president of the Jefferson Chamber, you have a big effect on Greater New Orleans, and you know, you all drive each other. We've talked about the partnership that you have with each other, and I think that's a tribute to the success. 2014 has been a phenomenal year for the Chamber. Congratulations to you and your team. I've been at several events this year where you and your team have received a lot of awards for what you're doing, and you deserve it.
Well,
very well
you.
deserved.
Thank you.
So congratulations, 2014. What do you think?
Thank you. Yeah, it was a phenomenal year. It's about the passion of the volunteers and the corporations, the investors, like Cox and others that are so engaged in our chamber. And you know, it's a joy to lead the show. We get up every day and go out to create a better business environment and create a better quality of life.
Absolutely.
And we learned a long time ago that while it's important to work for our parish, we have to think regionally as well. And that's the reason for that partnership that's so strong with all of those players.
And I told Jerry, we have you all four together once a year, but during the course of the year we have you individually.
Sure.
And it's like you guys have a pact with each other that nobody says anything bad, because everything you say about each other is great. And again, I think that's a testament, because for years, I hate to say it, but you just didn't have that partnership.
That's right.
With organizations.
That's right. It's about leadership, it's about communication, and we do a good job of that, not only within our parish but regionally, which brought us a lot of really strong accomplishments in 2014. I think we were very visible in the legislative session.
Absolutely.
Working on some workforce development issues, higher ed issues, legal reform issues, education issues, and we'll be there again in 2015. But that was really a big part of our year. In addition to that, of course, growing our young professionals group, which has just been a phenomenal success.
It has.
They just came off the Fat City Fest, which was the first type of event that just really brought a spotlight onto an area that we're working hard with other organizations to really redevelop and revamp and bring back into commerce that it should be. And of course, we launched this year our West Bank Initiative, really looking at how do we leverage the expansion of the Huey P. Long Bridge to bring businesses and young professional and people to the West Bank.
Yeah, and with that, 2015, what do you see?
2015, you know, we're gonna just roll into that with a bang, working on some of those same projects, really bringing together the three organizations that encompass our Jefferson Chamber, which is the Chamber, our nonprofit foundation, and our political action committee, so that we can work on quality of life initiatives, beautification initiatives that fall under our foundation, continuing our leadership program. Continuing our involvement in recruiting candidates for office that are pro-business minded.
And you know, one thing you guys have done so well, it's no longer a West Bank, East Bank, it's Jefferson Parish.
We're one parish.
You guys have done a great job.
We're one parish, and we work for that day in and day out on a parish level, state level. Our efforts in D.C. and our 2 visits a year to D.C., all towards one parish.
Well, it's paying off. Congratulations,
well,
Todd, on 2014. We look forward to 2015. Please continue to use the show. You have an open door. Come back anytime you want. We look forward to having you on talking about 2015. Congratulations again. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And when we come back, our final guest is Ben Johnson. Ben is the president and CEO of the New Orleans Chamber. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana. Just our Business in Review show, and we saved our last guest. Is a very dear friend of ours. Ben Johnson is the president and CEO for the New Orleans Chamber. And Ben, just a phenomenal show we've had today. And the thing that I honestly, and I have to say this, honestly, I'm more impressed with anything. 2014 has been a great year for all 4 of your organizations.
Absolutely.
But to hear you guys talk about, because you never heard this before, but to hear you guys talk about the partnership with each other and how that drives your success, everybody has said it about everybody else.
And we all believe it. There's a trust level.
It's obvious.
And people believe that each parish, each region, including Baton Rouge now and home of Thibodaux, is as good as any one of those regions. And it gives us a density, a tipping point that makes us comparable to Orlando, San Antonio. You know, it's just that kind of a, more businesses want to come here.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, the trust level, they're all great guys. We collaborate, we meet quarterly. Yeah, no, it's just Todd Murphy started it. It's great.
I've asked everybody about 2014. You, above everybody, 2014 has been not only great, but just phenomenal.
Well, you're on the board. You're a chairman's council member. You know this, that 500% growth in membership.
That's incredible. I mean, that is just absolutely incredible. 200
to 1,200 members, and it's still going up. And it's the chairman's council, underwrite us, 90% of our members are small businesses. 62% of those are 5 or less employees, and it reflects this region right now, this entrepreneurship, small business startup, this brain gain that's going on. I mean, I get energy going to all of our events. I mean,
well,
it's just,
and I think you just said the key thing that I hope people will pick up on, that 90% of your membership is small business, not large corporations.
50 employees or less.
So if you're out there and you're thinking about joining the New Orleans Chamber and you're afraid because you might get swamped up in big business, small business is driving it.
It's huge. And we still got our 2004's due structure. The board has never raised the dues because of the Chairman's Council. But
you know, you just said that on TV, so now you won't be able to raise it.
I wish we could reduce our dues for these entrepreneurs. I mean, some of them got to make 2 payments to make a $180 annual payment. It's just crazy.
Well, your events, you're focused on your events. You know, each one of your organizations is led by the energy and the drive that each one of you have. I mean, it's obvious that it's a passion of yours. It's in your heart. 2015, what do you see down the road?
So what we're looking to grow now, we've had it now for 2 years, is our Government Affairs Committee, and that's our proactive outreach to elected officials in D.C., Baton Rouge, and New Orleans, and get the relationship when there's opportunities to have had the relationship, but there's issues we need to talk about with our elected officials. And they really appreciate the opportunity to talk to our board, to talk to our Chairman's Council members about critical issues for this community and how can they take a leadership role. So the board's excited about it. Our Chairman's Council is very excited about those relationships because our elected officials have a lot of influence in D.C., Baton Rouge. So it's, I mean, when we look at last year, we had over 90 events, over 11,000 individuals came to our events. And it's, you know, with a good heart, they come to these and they want to come back.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're as good as yesterday. We try harder. We're never there is what the mantra in the staff is that it's just trying to keep up with these entrepreneurs and how can we help them grow their businesses quicker, faster, smarter.
Well, Ben, it's just, I mean, again, you and your staff, you guys are awesome. I see it all the time. The Chairman's Council is over 31 members now and growing.
Yes.
So as we end the show, just congratulations on everything with the New Orleans Chamber. Again, I just want to compliment all 4 of you guys. You work well together. Your organizations work well together. Look forward to having you back in 2015 as many times as you want to come on the show because you've always got great news.
Well, and Steve, thanks for letting us come. I mean, this platform you give us, and we all really appreciate that.
If I don't wrap it up, they may not ever let me have you come back. So you've been watching our year in review for 2014. Michael Hecht, Jerry Bologna, Todd Murphy, and Ben Johnson. It's been a great year. We appreciate you watching the show today. Hope you found some good information. And we look forward to seeing you next time.